And we are live from the Douchecanoe studios in North Korea. It's Paddling the Douchecanoe live.
Yay!
Golf clap. So yes, folks, I live again. Aren't you excited? I can tell they're excited.
James Harden said, "We did it. We won the battle. Now we win. Now to win the war."
I don't know. People are taking this whole election crazy.
It's the butt hurt is real.
The inauguration, I thought people were starting to calm down, and then the inauguration showed up and just brought in a whole wave of shit right back into the forefront. Now I know where your bunker is. You'll never get us. We bribe Kim Jong-un quite well.
We have cake.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. I am feeling much better. Listen to this. Hear that pounding on the chest? Tough as hell. And yes,
hey, Emily.
I do live. What's up, Emily? Hey, girl. How you doing? You doing good? That's good to hear. All right.
You know, if we ever get our crap together and have a forum that needs moderating, we know who are the three forum moderators are going to be, right?
We're going to get James Harden, Zach Turner, and Emily Spicer. You know what we need to do though is we need to make sure. I know we aren't going to talk about them, but we need to make sure our forum goes a bit differently than Onision's.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm already on enough watch lists.
Those of you who don't know, it's fucked up. Let's not get into it.
I used to have the porn package and the cartoon package on my cable. I know I'm on watch lists somewhere.
I'm trying to think of what somebody would call a pornographic cartoon cable channel. Because, Boomerang's already taken.
Bukkake Vision?
Well, that depends. Are you focusing more on hentai or more on, pornographic Brazilian cartoons and shit? I do know the French also make pornographic cartoons.
Poon Tunes, there we go.
Chalk one up for Mr. Spencer. Don't even say his name. Yes. The emo onion that will not be named.
Oh man, you just put me off onions.
But we were going to talk about some things before we got into our main story today. One of those things is, how would all of you respond to a country cover of Creep by Radiohead? I want to know. It's idle curiosity for me, because I was talking to House from it, and he says it doesn't sound too bad.
It actually kind of works.
And if you guys would like to hear it, please tell me. I have music on cue. I mean, House won't be able to hear it because I kind of suck, but we could do it.
That's okay. House has his DS right here.
House is going to sit there playing Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Damn right. Gotta catch your mom. Poke my mom.
Hey, Pokemon was a pornographic Pokemon cartoon series for a while online.
I'm not surprised.
I'd be open to hearing it. I can't guarantee I'll enjoy it, though. Alright. I will take that as approval from our fan base of 4 people.
Hey, there's 5 people in here.
Alright, so I'm going to play this music really quick. Here's to hoping it's just not god-awful. Tell me if you guys can't hear the music. When you're here before, gonna look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. And I wish I was special. Yes, so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a cowboy. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. It's so fucking special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. Thank you very much.
Hey, Emily, I can almost guarantee he's not wearing pants, much less a shirt.
I confirm or deny nothing.
Naked.
I'm not saying anything about whether or not I'm naked or not. But yeah, what did you guys think? Did you think it was good, bad, awful, indifferent? Was I yelling into the microphone?
Like I said, it kind of works. It's got that same kind of old school country feel about it.
Well, like Hank Williams Jr.?
Kinda.
See, what we need to do is a punk remake of I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry. No? Yes?
That always struck me as more of an emo thing. If you were gonna cover that, you'd have to do it emo.
I don't even know what emo music sounds like anymore. Well, I guess, was She Wants Revenge emo?
Kinda.
Because I really liked their song These Things.
I'm sitting here talking. More pickup trucks and dogs, and you're golden.
In the part where it's supposed to be she's coming round again, I'll just have some old basset hound. Arr, 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 arr.
My basset hound's coming round again.
I want a perfect pickup. Too bad there's no such thing as the perfect pickup, because every time I have talked to Hicks, they've always told me that there was something wrong with some type of truck or another. Every time. They can never be content.
Well, for a Hick, that is the perfect pickup, because most Hicks I know like working on their trucks.
Okay, so, folks, we should actually get to the topic we were going to talk about, shouldn't we, House?
Yeah? Oh, wait.
I mean, we don't have to.
I will let you all know that Mo has finally got somebody to answer his sandwich question on Twitter, so yes. You can feel that the pressure is finally off.
I keep tweeting celebrities asking them, what's your favorite kind of sandwich? never gotten a response. And I must have tweeted this out 3, maybe 4 dozen times to different celebrities. And the response I got was finally from adult entertainment star and noted anti-feminist Mercedes Carrera. Who tweeted,
it's peanut butter and jelly, by the way.
Who tweeted back that her favorite sandwich was peanut butter and jelly. And then a whole bunch of people made dick jokes. Look at me, helping sidetrack you even through chat, lol. You're a piece of shit, Zach. No. I'm kidding, I love you. Physically, if you'll have me. Shit, yes, story. Yeah, need to get to that. So, I was recently going over a bunch of the news I had stored up from the election, different stories I'd saved for various reasons. And I kept running into things where they were talking about people on my Facebook feed saying that Obama was like the greatest president ever. And how wonderful his time was, and that he was scandal-free, and he'll go down in history as one of the greatest presidents of all time. And I disagree with that. I don't think he was a terrible president, but I also don't think he was a very good president either. I'm aiming for more of the, like, middling to good range.
Yeah.
Like,
he was no Abraham Lincoln, but at the same time, he was no Harding or Coolidge.
Or Franklin Pierce, often noted as the worst president in history.
Isn't mass psychosis a wonderful thing? No, it's not.
Well, William Henry Harrison, the guy who died 38 days into his presidency, I blame mass psychosis for his election. The only reason he won is because, one, he lied completely. Well, actually, he didn't lie at all. What happened was he hired this, like, burgeoning political firm because he really wanted to be president. And this political firm said, okay, the last president was Martin Van Buren, a guy who wanted to be the king of America and who turned up his nose at the poor and everything. So you're going to be like an old log cabin and maple syrup kind of guy. And he ran on that platform as a hard-drinking log cabin man of the people. Only he wasn't. He was, in fact, a teetotaler who went to a military academy. And the only reason he died 38 days into his presidency is because he was too goddamn stubborn to put on a coat during his inauguration. And that was today's history lesson from Douchecanoe Studio. Don't you feel fucking smarter already? See, House is the one who's dying now, and I'm doing better.
He gave me his whatever.
I'm impressed that I can do that over the, 1,000 or so miles in between us.
Yeah, you mailed it to me, you fucker.
How did he know?
Because I'm that damned good.
Apparently the chat is filling up with the more you know comments.
I actually have that sound clip somewhere.
Well, I'll keep talking. So, I was getting into a Facebook argument with somebody who said, see, Obama, the only thing you were worried about during Obama's presidency was gun control, and Obama didn't take your guns. And I had a little bit to object to that because more things have happened since then. And
I seem to recall something about FEMA death camps.
Mass murder pills, FEMA death camps, buy my water filters. By the power of water filters, I pull this article from the depths of the internet. But yeah, so I was looking things up, and I found this little article from the website Breitbart.com. 18 major scandals in Obama's scandal-free presidency. Oh, why is that so small? There we go. That's a better size. You always make it this big. Now, this article came out on the 2nd of January 2017, but I thought it was something that we could just go back and discuss as people, good people. People who like people. And again, not saying Obama's a bad guy, not saying Obama's a good guy. He's just a guy, in my opinion. Middling. President Obama and his mouthpieces. Bias detected, and we're 4 words in. Have embarked on a bizarre scheme to hypnotize America into forgetting the many scandals of his presidency. See, I just thought, the news didn't report on half of them. They seem to think that intoning "this administration hasn't had a scandal" over and over again will make history disappear. It's the lamest Jedi mind trick ever, and is being pushed on people who know Star Wars is just a movie.
The thing that I find the funniest about this is the people who are saying that he's got a scandal-free presidency are the same people who are saying that Russia hacked the election.
Yep. Don't you know Putin passes down orders directly to George Soros? Oh, wait, no. George Soros hates Trump, and George Soros owns a company that made the voting machines. Huh. Anyway. Here's a short list of the many scandals Team Obama thinks it can make America forget. 1, and I forgot completely about this one until I found this article. The Great Stimulus Heist. Obama seems to think nobody will remember he grabbed almost $1 trillion for stimulus spending, creating virtually zero private sector jobs with it, allowing a great deal of money to vanish into thin air, and spent the rest on his presidency complaining that he needed hundreds of billions more to repair roads and bridges. Vast sums of taxpayer money were wasted on foolish projects that came close to the Keynesian economic satire of hiring some people to dig holes and others to fill them in. Obama added insult to injury by appointing Vice President Joe Biden as the sheriff who would supposedly find all that missing stimulus loot. And this link actually goes to a website, or to an article from 2012 called "Missing in Action Stimulus Sheriff Joe Biden." Americans mostly ended up footing the bill for what was an army of government jobs and a lavish network of slush funds for the Democratic Party and its union allies. We're supposed to forget... What's up?
What if Joe Biden spent all of that money on ice cream?
Ice cream and prostitutes.
I'm beginning to think that that's where all those pictures of him in sunglasses eating ice cream came from.
You got money, and you know it. Take it out your pocket. I have a folder on my computer that is just full of pictures of Joe Biden eating ice cream. There are dozens of pictures like that. He keeps going to places and buying ice cream. Plus, I can say, even though, like I said, wasn't like a huge fan of the Obama administration, Joe Biden was hilarious in almost everything he said or did, and I would have voted for him if he had ran for president. Joe Biden did not give a single fuck at all. He gave negative fucks. He took fucks from other people.
Plus, some of the memes were absolutely hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah. Like the one where Trump was coming into office, and it's Joe Biden's looking at Obama, and he goes, "Hey, I put a Muslim prayer mat in your bathroom." What? Yeah, and I put a Kenyan birth certificate in your drawer. He's going to flip the fuck out.
I still say my favorite one is when there's the picture of the two of them like walking away from the camera, and Joe's like, I locked all the doors. Okay, I gave him the wrong key.
God damn it, Joe. Then there's Operation Fast and Furious. Now, Fast and Furious began with George W. Bush, but it was expanded under Obama.
Which, let's point out that the guru of gun control was secretly selling them to drug cartels behind our backs.
What was his name? The fucking guy, the Attorney General. It's because of this situation, because of the Attorney General in front of the United States Congress trying to invoke the Fifth Amendment to prevent self-incrimination. that he was the first member of a U.S. presidential sitting cabinet held in contempt of Congress ever in history.
Thanks, Obama.
Incidentally, the Border Patrol named a station in southern Arizona in Agent Brian Terry's honor. Brian Terry being the Border Control agent who helped sell a bunch of those guns. Let's see. Eric Holder being held in contempt of Congress. They have this listed as its own separate scandal, but this is because of Operation Fast and Furious. I don't consider Obamacare a scandal. I mean, it's not perfect, but yeah.
Well, if you think about the fact that while Obamacare was being gutted, Mr. President there was working on his goofy golf game. Something that we kind of, as a country, rose up and burned Bush in effigy for after 9/11.
Yeah, but Bush would come on TV and say things like, "And we're here to stop dramatic Islamic terrorism. Now watch this drive." And he would step away from the reporters and hit the golf ball.
Oh,
Obama was smart enough not to let the press onto the golf course.
Speaking of Islamic terror, when I wish that the camera during the inauguration had cut from Donald Trump to Obama, because when he said radical Islamic terror, because I wanted to see if Obama passed out or not.
Okay, I nearly shat a brick when he said radical Islamic terrorism in his inauguration address. It was also much stronger than I thought it would be. Because most presidents use their inaugural address to foster unity and to join people together after divisive elections. And Trump went, you know what? Fuck it, America first. We're getting rid of Islamic terrorism. We're gonna deal with countries on the premise that they're out for themselves and we're out for ourselves. Fuck everybody. I'm Trump. Here's my bitch. I'm leaving. BT dubs, make America great again.
And I didn't really care for the people who were trying to bash Melania by saying that she looked like a character from the Harry Potter series in her inauguration dress.
Oh, I hate that. People are so fucking petty.
I was like, wait a minute. You haven't read the books, have you? Bo Batten girls are like the hottest girls in the wizarding world. You realize you're giving her a compliment, right?
Well, see, I haven't read those books, so
I read them all in a week.
Okay, here we go to actual scandals. Spying on journalists. Establishment media came about as close to falling out of love with Barack Obama as ever when his administration was caught spying on journalists. Why, if the reporter subjected to his most egregious surveillance, James Rosen, didn't work for Fox News, the mainstream media might start treating Obama like a shutter Republican. Rosen was treated so badly that even Attorney General Eric Holder eventually admitted feeling a bit of remorse about it. Apparently, he suffered so much anguish that he suffered temporary amnesia and forgot to tell Congress that he signed off on the request to wiretap Rosen while he was testifying under oath.
Sorry, saddened board.
The IRS scandal. Oh, go ahead.
Although I will say the one thing that prevents me from reading the Harry Potter books again was the first half of the last one when J.K. Rowling's just kind of crapped all over Harry. Had I been able to afford a ticket to Scotland where she lived, I'd have punched that girl in the cunt.
I've heard.
Did you guys see the video of the news reporter lady getting pissy because the other lady was wearing the same color as her? No, I have not.
I haven't either. Anybody see that video of Richard Spencer getting punched in the damn face?
Yeah, I'm of two minds of that. I don't like anybody getting punched in the face over what they're saying, but then again, somebody getting punched in the face out of nowhere is always kind of funny.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it's kind of a fucked up thing to do, but it was hilarious to watch. The IRS scandal, the selective targeting of conservative groups by a politicized Internal Revenue Service that was a scandal grenade Democrats and their media pals somehow managed to smother, even though the story began with the IRS admitting wrongdoing. Democrats suffocated the scandal by acting like circus clowns during congressional hearings, but at no point were the actual facts of the case truly obscured. Yes, pro-life and Tea Party groups were deliberately targeted for extra scrutiny, their tax-exempt applications outrageously delayed until after the 2012 election without actually being refused. If anything remotely comparable had been done to, say, environmentalist and minority activist groups by the IRS under a Republican administration, the results would have been apocalyptic. Ooh, you know what this is reminding me of?
What's that?
So apparently the White House website had sections on like women's rights and environmental science and stuff all disappear the day Trump took office.
Global warming and all that, yeah.
Yeah, it's made me think. That happened within an hour of inauguration. There is no way Trump's people had control over the White House website by that time.
No.
Which means that an Obama staffer did it. Probably to make the Trump campaign look bad.
Obama done did it.
Sorry, that's just the way it is. There's also no question about the facts of the follow-up scandal in which the IRS officials brazenly lied about having backups of relevant computer data. And that link leads to a Fox News article from 2015 said 32,000 emails recovered in IRS targeting probe. The American people were expected to believe that multiple state-of-the-art hard drives failed and were instantly shredded instead of being subjected to data recovery procedures. Luckily for the politicized IRS, the Justice Department was hyper-politicized under Obama too, so no charges were filed, and scandal kingpin Lois Lerner got to enjoy her taxpayer-funded retirement after taking the fifth to thwart lawful congressional investigation. Then it talks about Benghazi, which I don't want to get into.
Yeah, that's just a big kettle of worms that we don't need to open.
Hillary Clinton's secret server, which, although Obama had to be aware of it because of some of the things that were sent in those emails, I don't really connect that to Obama as an Obama scandal. The Pigford scandal, I've never heard of this one. Named after a landmark lawsuit from the Bill Clinton era, the abuse of a program meant to compensate minority farmers for racial discrimination exploded under Obama. After years of left-wing attacks on Andrew Breitbart for daring to speak up about the scandal, the mainstream media, no less than the New York Times, finally admitted his critique of the program was accurate in 2013 with their article, New York Times reveals Obama's maneuvers and motives on Pigford. Once again, if careless mishandling or deliberate politicized misuse of huge sums of taxpayer money isn't a scandal, what is? And here's the one everybody seems to forget, but House and I have a hard time forgetting. The NSA spying scandal. What the fuck? The NSA now knows the consistency of your poop, ladies and gentlemen. The most intrusive surveillance program done to American citizens since the end of the Cold War. Warrantless wiretapping, the collecting of all of the data from your phone calls, texts, and emails. They've had to build entirely new facilities just to house all of the data that they have collected. And this is not paranoia. This is stuff that actually exists. You can look it up. Hell, fucking Edward Snowden is banished to Russia because of it. Although, who's the one in the military? Manning.
Yeah, Manning got a pardon, but or got his sentence commuted, but yeah.
You know why, though?
Why?
Because Obama never really gave a shit about the military anyway, so he didn't care about pissing them off. However, Snowden tweaked his little nose, so he got mad.
Oh yeah, Jackie Gate. I have heard about this.
Jackie Gate? I was gonna say I don't see that one.
Um.
Why does everything have to be a gate?
Watergate.
Yeah, but you'd think people could move on.
No, that it's where the Australian news commenters got upset that Melania was wearing the same killer dress as Jackie Kennedy wore at the at JFK's inauguration.
Yeah, and she wouldn't be the first presidential wife to do that.
Because, blue is such a defining color for Jackie.
It's such a rare, obscure color. No one wears blue. I'm not under a blue blanket on a chair with blue and red stripes.
I'd be more offended if Melania showed up in a pink outfit that was speckled with brain matter, personally.
I'd be less offended if she showed up in a blue bikini.
I wasn't going to go there, but...
Hottest first lady ever. Let's see. Ooh, there's paying Iran $400 million. You know, the money that wasn't a ransom but somehow led to American prisoners being released.
This is not a bribe. See, it clearly says here on the front of the bag, not a bribe. Now please release our people.
Ooh, yes, this one. This one pisses me off. The VA death list scandal.
Yeah.
The Department of Veteran Affairs has long been troubled, but the big scandals broke on Obama's watch, most infamously the secret death lists veterans were put on, while executives handed in phony status reports and signed themselves up for huge bonuses. Obama was more interested in spinning the news and minimizing his political exposure than addressing problems. In few areas outside Obamacare has his rhetoric been more hollow, his promises more meaningless. The VA has always been sort of a mismanaged kind of black sheep agency. And it got to some really dark places during the Bush administration. But the Obama administration was not much better. Oh yeah, the Secret Service going wild. How many fucking Secret Service scandals happened?
Oh, I lost count.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the hookers thing. 12 Secret Service agents got in trouble because during a trip in 2012 with Barack Obama to the country of Colombia, a whole bunch of Secret Service guys went to hookers in the area. The American people only found out about this because one of the hookers complained to an authority figure about not getting paid.
Which just goes to show you, if you're going to go to Colombia with the president, always pay your hookers.
See, I was just going to say, just stick to cocaine and alcohol while you're down there, but that's just me.
Oh, man, you seen some of those girls down there? Hot!
Let's see. Oh, yeah, the green energy scandal, the whole crony capitalism. Corners cut, protocols ignored to shovel billions of taxpayer dollars at quote-unquote green energy companies with wildly unrealistic business models. Like the article says, though, it's okay. American taxpayers were there to cover any losses.
I can explain to you why they shy away from purple at political functions.
Because it's the color of royalty?
Yeah. Especially in Rome, and considering the fact that a lot of the monuments in D.C. are modeled after Roman monuments. might not be the best sort of.
Oh yeah, you know what? One of the first things Trump did to redecorate his office in the White House was?
Wasn't it bring back the bust of Winston Churchill?
Yep, he brought back the bust of Winston Churchill.
Yeah, but then people were all up in arms that the bust of the who was it, Martin Luther King, that had replaced it, had been taken out. I'm serious. The
I don't know. I haven't looked that up. Maybe you should.
The butthurt was real about that. They had to actually, like, give them pictures of it still being there, just in a different place.
All we did was move it, you crazy fucks. Ooh, hey, I found the Politico article from back in 2012.
Excuse me.
Secret Service scandal rocks trip. Cartagena, Colombia. 11 Secret Service agents in Colombia for President Barack Obama's trip there have been relieved of their duties amid allegations of misconduct. The Secret Service did not detail the accusations, but said they did not affect security for the president, who landed in the country Friday for a weekend at the Summit of the Americas. There have been allegations of misconduct made against Secret Service personnel in Cartagena, Colombia prior to the president's trip. Because of this, these personnel are being relieved of their assignments, returned to their place of duty, and are being replaced by other Secret Service personnel. Edwin Donovan, Secret Service spokesman, said in a statement, "It's nice the Secret Service has spokesmen, isn't it?"
Well, they're supposed to be secret, so they can't really talk.
The Secret Service takes all allegations of misconduct seriously. This entire matter has been turned over to our Office of Professional Responsibility, gotta love OPR, which serves as the agency's internal affairs component, Donovan said. These personnel changes will not affect the comprehensive security plan that has been prepared in advance of the president's trip. The president did not release further details, stating, quote, "I am tripping balls." It is the biggest scandal in Secret Service history. Ronald Kessler, a former Washington Post reporter and author of the book In the President's Secret Service, Behind the Scenes with Agents in the Line of Fire and the Presidents They Protect, said on Saturday with Politico, "It's all part of this pattern that I wrote about in the book of corner-cutting, laxness, and cover-up." Kessler said he heard of 12 agents being involved, some for allegedly soliciting prostitutes, others for attempting to cover it up. The group includes 2 supervisors, he said. One of the prostitutes complained to police that she was not paid, setting off the investigation, Kessler said. The police told the State Department told the Secret Service told the White House. They withdrew, Kessler said. It is totally inappropriate for agents to be seeing prostitutes, but this subjected the agents to possible blackmail. Some of them are married. Anything is possible. The prostitutes could have been in league with terrorists or other drug dealers to demand ransoms. The incident is so troublesome because it could have put the president's safety at risk, Kessler said. One of the agents allegedly involved was not part of the Secret Service detail whose plainclothes agents shadow the president in public, but a supervisor in the counter-assault team, according to CBS News, which did not cite specific sources. And there's a page 2 to this article. Security personnel were somewhat on edge Friday evening due to reports of small explosions in Cartagena and Bogota, about 400 miles to the south. The minor explosions in Bogota took place near the U.S. Embassy. There were no reports of injuries in any of the incidents. John Adler, president of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association, which represents officers, including Secret Service agents, confirmed to the Washington Post that an agent was involved with prostitutes. I love how that's something that has to be confirmed by the president of the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. Yep, he's got his dick wet.
Look.
Yes, we are releasing an official statement that says, but did he smash, though? Adler subsequently told the Associated Press that he did not know of any specific wrongdoing, though he had heard the prostitution allegations. Buddy, you made the prostitution allegations. How does that work? That'd be like me standing up and going, I say we kill all the faggots. Who said that?
Okay, here it is.
Ah, you got a link?
Yeah. It's the Snopes, which I don't really trust that much anymore, but it's got all the pertinent information.
Emily said, and then his dick fell off.
Well, there is a reason why you were... never mind, I'm not even going to continue that line of thought.
Adrian Alfaro, love this show. And we love you, random citizen. Purple is the best color, though.
I am a fan of the purple.
It's a good color. It's a good color for good people. Not like those bad colors.
It is the best funeral shroud. Getting all historic with my quote. Never mind.
Okay, here we go. Let me just kick this up. Bam! Bust Dust Up. A Time magazine reporter erroneously tweeted that a bust of civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr. was removed from display in the Oval Office by Donald Trump. Because, Donald Trump just took it out back and had it shot. I don't like these black people being around my perfectly white house. It's more of an eggshell anyway. And the claim was Donald Trump had a bust of Martin Luther King Jr. removed from display in the Oval Office on his first day in the White House.
It would be whiter except for the fact that the English torched it during the War of 1812, and we still haven't fixed the fire damage because America knows how to hold a grudge.
America! Origin. Newly inaugurated U.S. President Donald Trump and his staff began moving into the White House on the 20th of January 2017, trailed by reporters and photographers documenting Trump's first day in office. One of these reporters, Zeke Miller of Time magazine, remarked upon entering the Oval Office that a Bush-era bust of Winston Churchill that had been replaced with one of Martin Luther King Jr. by President Obama was once again in prominent display. The Winston Churchill bust is back in the Oval Office. Zeke Miller, 20th of January, 2017. That's some hard-hitting fucking journalism.
I expect nothing less from Time.
Moreover, it appeared to Miller that the bust of MLK was now gone, an observation he also tweeted, though it was one that proved to be erroneous. A short while after first mentioning the apparent bust exchange, Miller corrected himself. Correction, MLK bust is still in the Oval Office. It was obscured by an agent and door. Okay, so about an hour later, he's like, no, the MLK bust is still there. I swear to God, please don't hang me. Don't send me to the right-wing death squads, Trump. I don't make a good Pepe. Trump's like, it's Pepe, you damn fool.
Pepe is the best meme. He is the greatest meme.
We have only the best memes. Our memes are the fattest, the freshest, the newest.
The dankest.
We have the dankest memes. Or as my grandson calls them, maymays. Meanwhile, word had gotten around to incoming White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer that the whereabouts of the MLK bust were in question. In response, he tweeted photographic proof that it was still there. Why? Because fuck you, that's why. Thanks to White House Chief of Staff for this wonderful picture of the MLK bust in the Oval. Spicer also cited Miller's mistake as an example of the danger of not checking one's facts. A reminder of the media danger of tweet first, check facts later. President Trump himself had the last word on the incident, citing it as an example of media dishonesty during a 21 January speech at the CIA agency in Langley, Virginia. So Zeke from Time magazine writes a story about I took down. I would never do that because I have great respect for Dr. Martin Luther King. But this is how dishonest the media is. Now, big story. The retraction was like, where? For the record, the MLK bust dust-up never attained the status of a big story in the media. You, sir, are full of shit.
Yeah, that is like a metric fuck ton of lies right there.
The media jumped on that like a rabid hyena would jump on a steak. Zeke Miller corrected his error via Twitter within an hour of making it via Twitter. There was never any published story to retract. Yeah, by Zeke Miller. Let me just do a quick Google search. MLK bust gone. What have we got here? Let me change this so it can be seen better.
Yeah, you got to be careful and not just type MLK bust, because then you go to a lot of drug busts.
Trump attacks Time reporter for mistake about MLK bust. In context, the Winston Churchill and MLK bust. Hashtag fake news. Media falsely reports Trump removed MLK bust. Let me see if I can find older stuff. Shame on CNN for lying about... What did CNN say? Ooh, the Washington Post. Winston Churchill bust back in Oval Office. Let's open that up. Take a quick look here. In one of his first acts, President Trump has moved a bust of Winston Churchill into the White House. Conservatives were outraged when Obama removed the bust of Winston Churchill from the Oval Office and sent it back to the British Embassy. Obama's office said the bust was a copy given to President Bush while the original was being repaired. He replaced it with the King Jr. bust that is now gone. Yeah. No big news agency reported that the bust was gone. None at all. You dense motherfuckers. See, this is the shit. This is the shit that pisses me off. Every time they make up things, every time they don't check their facts, every time they are repeatedly and provably wrong, it adds to Trump's mystique, and it keeps him from being held accountable in the future, or it makes it harder for him to be held accountable in the future whenever he will do something really fucked up. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's boy cried wolf. These motherfuckers in the media cried wolf so many goddamn times. Donald Trump said it in one of his own speeches. I could shoot somebody on the street and nobody would say anything.
Well, to be fair, it was New York, and we all know New York is full of assholes.
Donald Trump could wake up tomorrow and release an official press statement where he said, I am going to kill all of the queers, going to round them up and put them into camps. And people would just be like, well, the media was lying about all that other shit. They're clearly lying about this. It's disgusting. It pisses me off and I'm sick of it. Shame on you, American news media.
Yeah, it's sad when I do more news checking than the mainstream media does.
Hey, this is why I have said multiple times that we are clearly the most honest source of news on the internet.
I'm sad to say I'm starting to agree with you.
Yeah, see? Nobody ever agreed with me. Well, guess what? It's happening now. Oy vey, goy, the Holocaust goys. Did we mention the Holocaust? I don't remember mentioning the Holocaust.
No, but you were talking about, like a gay Holocaust.
True. Gonna round up.
And Hitler did, exterminate gay people too.
Yeah. And political opponents. So maybe because Trump is literally Hitler, we will see those right-wing death squads marching down the street. I just hope that they hand me a Pepe pen before they shoot me. The camp of gays. Ah, gays. Campiness. You crack me up. So, audience, people out there, people in the world, do you have any stories you'd like us to talk about? Gonna give you some time for the chat to catch up.
And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
Because we've been live streaming now for about 50 minutes, so I was figuring, why not let the people who are so dedicated and who like listening to us every time to give us their ideas, the things they want to hear our opinions on. Right-wing meme squads. Just doing barrel rolls down the street. Or is barrel roll too old of a meme?
I don't know.
I remember old memes. Duck roll.
Some of my favorite memes are old memes, but then again, some of my favorite there are some good new memes too. So
someone set us up the bomb.
All our bases are belong to us. All your bases are belong to us.
Back when Trollface was actually funny.
Yeah. Of course, I played the game that's from, so.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. I feel like I should do the, what the hell's that show? Jeopardy.
Jeopardy?
Yeah, I should do that. I tweeted that one video to you guys if you want to take a look at that. House, check the Twitter.
Yeah, I've got it. I just, it was that Jackie Gate thing that I was talking about.
Oh.
Here, I'll send you the link.
It's not a Rickroll, I promise. Music of the week. What are you listening to? Concerts, anyone? I've actually been really into Filthy Frank. Pink Guy's latest album, Pink Season, dropped. And I love his song Help. Because it's a ukulele ballad that's horribly depressing. And the chorus is something along the lines of, I'm dying inside and all I see are demons. And Jesus, I can't remember the last concert I went to. No, I can remember the last concert I went to. I saw the Central Texas Symphony Orchestra.
Let's see, the last actual concert I went to was Ted Nugent. Although I have been listening to a lot of Lupe Fiasco lately.
Then there's the Onision theme song.
Yeah, I did just listen to that before we started started live streaming.
It's not my fault that I'm a sick fuck.
Oh, and if you like really out there stuff, the Northern Kings is good too because they're a Scandinavian band that does heavy metal covers of 80s 80s pop songs. You have not lived until you heard a heavy metal version of "Don't Stop Believin'."
I frankly would love a heavy metal version of "Don't Stop Believin'." But where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Ooh, I have the woman who was screaming no as Donald Trump was being sworn in, if we want to watch that video.
Emily asked what they were playing. She's a classical music nerd.
I have the program around here somewhere.
He probably does. He throws nothing away.
Yeah, but it's all in boxes and shit because I don't have shelves. Hang on. Talk to these people, and I will look for that.
All right. Yeah, like I said, Lupe Fiasco, and Yngwie Malmsteen, surprisingly. Without cultural whiplash, I can go back and forth. Yes, I have heard the heavy metal cover of the Reading Rainbow theme, and it was like my ringtone for a while until I had to go somewhere and it got done, and everybody stared at me like I was a. But then again, where I'm at, everybody's like uber conservative, so anything that I do tends to stand out like a sore thumb, and they don't like it, so fuck them. Although I was at the doctor's office a while back when my alarm went off to remind me to do something, and the alarm on my phone is actually one of the sound effects from the old classic Doctor Who show, and it's Canine, his robot dog companion. So it was Danger, Doctor, Danger, and the doctor looked at me funny. By the time I was able to make it out to the reception area, everybody in the office knew about it. He thought it was that funny. Then again, my doctor has a weird sense of humor, so go fag. Oh. Yeah, the autistic screaming video is incoming. I don't understand why that was the reaction. I really don't. What makes you think that a reaction like that is going to help anything? I mean, that was a legitimate temper tantrum. You know, I'm on the older end of the spectrum. I'm probably ancient by internet standards, and all I could think was beat that girl. Like, I was looking for a belt. Where are your parents? You need a spanking. If they won't do it, I'll step in. We'll go to Walmart. I'm pretty sure there's a designated whipping area in Walmart. Not my joke. Can't take credit. Oh, Emily.
I'm back.
Have you, Emily? Have you heard of the Harp Twins? They do. They're identical twins that do covers on harps as well. Some of it's really good. They do some Metallica covers that are just almost surreal. It's like when a kid flops on the floor and thrashes, they seem incapable of handling it when things stray from what. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back, Mr. Turner. Okay, so season schedule, I got it right here. The performance, it was the Temple Symphony Orchestra. Temple, Texas is basically Central Texas, so they're also called the Central Texas Symphony Orchestra. Their performance was La Scala di Seta Overture by Gioacchino Rossini, Clarinet Concerto in A Major by Mozart, Bassoon Concerto in B-flat Major by Mozart, and Symphony Number 1 in D Major Classical Number 25 by Sergei Prokofiev. I'm not good at names. So yes, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Did anything cool happen while I was gone?
Yeah, not really. We just kind of talked about music. and autistic kids having temper tantrum go their way.
Yeah, you say nice lineup, except I was there. It was their first performance of the season. The clarinet soloist was, frankly, a delight to listen to, and the last piece they performed was great. The rest of the performance was fucking clown shoes, and I'm pretty sure the bassoon soloist was on drugs.
You're coming through a little staticky, by the way.
You're coming through staticky to me.
Weird. Are we sounding okay, guys?
Yeah, how's our audio quality?
But go ahead and cue up the video while we wait for them to.
Which one?
Static. Okay, hang on.
Actually, hold on. I'll mute this and then hang on just a sec. House?
Yes.
Yay. So, yeah, they said it was you that was being staticky. Well, I'm still wondering if the show is trustworthy. Are you liberals?
Are we liberals?
I am... I suppose you could call me a classical liberal. Okay, liberals call me Republican. Republicans call me liberal. I just want to go to my gay best friend's wedding with a gun and a joint.
I'm a moderate. I vote for whoever I think can do the job.
House and I are both egalitarians. We do not self-identify as feminists. We don't really self-identify as liberals. And we spend most of our time pointing out stupid people. On both sides of the aisle. It's not just... Like, I know we covered some of Obama's scandals in this presidency, but let's face it, Trump is a silly, silly man.
You know, when and if he starts to screw up, we will be there with pitchforks.
Yeah, but the problem is this is one of the things I hate, that I have lost friends on this election because I have a tendency of pointing out stupidity wherever I see it. And there's been so many people posting so many blatantly false things about this election, and about Donald Trump specifically, who, because I am in love with politics and I find it fascinating, I do a rather big amount of research on both candidates. Well, actually all four of the major candidates. Although, let's face it, we all knew Jill Stein and the other guy weren't going to win. And so I end up having to defend Donald Trump against people who are claiming things like he, I don't know, eats puppies or shit. Instead of pointing out his legitimate things that he's done wrong, like, oh, all the dealings he had with the mob in the 70s. Nobody talks about that shit.
Exactly, Emily. I don't discriminate. I hate everyone.
Yeah, but I wish the hate that was coming online would be a bit more accurate. It falls back into the boy who cried wolf thing. If Hitler was running for office in the United States, I feel that the mainstream media at this point would be running articles called Hitler Lies About Being Vegetarian. Never mind the death to Jews rhetoric. They wouldn't even be paying attention to that shit.
No, because he's a socialist, and socialists tend to be liberal.
Oh, yeah. Diversity is good. Diversity is strength. Heil Hitler! Oh my god, if Hitler was alive today, he'd be a feminist. A third wave intersectional feminist.
Well, you know that all of the problems that the women are facing is because of the Jewish overlords. So all we have to do is cast the Jews.
But guys, Hitler was totes a feminist. Well, the problem is that's the other thing too. The SJW communities, the feminist communities on college campuses and everything, huge wave of anti-Semitism. Black Lives Matter came out in August and said that Israel was an apartheid state engaging in genocide. Which, I'm sorry, but that's a really hard line. And he'd be trans. Would that make him trans-fascist? Is there such a thing as a trans brown shirt?
Yeah, it's a member of the SS that wants to be a member of the SA.
Ah, the SS, where SS means straight Shota. So, sad and bored, what do you think? Any more questions you want to ask us? We're here. We feel free to answer. If you want to know about stuff we think about, articles of the past, we have over 100. We're at something like 138 episodes of our podcast on SoundCloud completely for free.
There's a link in the description of the live stream.
You can also download them from iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, the podcast app, your mom's basement, your best friend's house, that the person your wife is having an affair on you with, he has a copy. And that one guy in Pakistan that listens to every episode.
Yep.
We love that guy. I don't think he catches the YouTube, though.
Probably not. Probably requires too much bandwidth.
I feel bad now because, we didn't do the episode last week because of my voice. I'm just happy I didn't die.
That's okay. We'll just have to explain to him.
I am going to have to go to the hospital, though.
Yeah.
Get yourself some of those dulcet tones. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a wonderful day listening to Douchecanoe Studio. Paddling the Douchecanoe with House and Mo. Oh, yeah, and if you listen to our live streams, you get to hear us hit on Emily like a dozen times.
Well, to be fair, it's only because Emily's the only one silly enough to have a girl's name in the chat.
Let's be honest, I hit on Zach too.
Yeah, but as has been stated many, many times in the past, I'm the straightest guy in the world.
Yeah, House is the, uber hetero, football guy. I'm the middling hetero one who just gets to make fun of people.
Yeah.
Zach Turner, and I like it.
Yeah, it's just, there's nothing wrong with it.
Well, you are a pretty, pretty man, Zach Turner.
Yeah. It's just the way we are. We accept each other for it.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't want to watch him have the gay butt sex, but you know what? If he wants to, that's his right.
I'm not planning on having the gay butt sex anytime soon, but there's certain things I can admit, like walking around. That is a very pretty man. I wonder what it would be like to kiss him on the mouth. And then I sit there and I look at some of the people, especially because at my local college I'm a member of the, and I quote, Genders and Sexualities Alliance. Because, I get my laughs wherever I can.
And you like a good protest.
And I'll be sitting in the back wearing a flannel shirt and blue jeans listening to somebody talk about being privileged, and my only thought is, God, you're a faggot.
Well, Milo does say that we need to take it back.
What is up with people calling themselves queers now?
I don't know. I think it's to make themselves feel special or to take it back.
But queer means odd or different. If you're trying to claim that whatever you are is a mainstream acceptable thing, I think calling yourself queer is a bit odd.
It's like fornicating for... It's like fornicating for chastity or fighting for peace.
Bombing for peace. Fucking for virginity. Eating for diet. Wait, isn't that Weight Watchers' whole thing? We'll sell you our special food. It's made of only the finest cardboard.
Yeah, but if nothing else, at least your colon will get a workout trying to pass that stuff.
We're taking back Porch Monkeys next, guys.
I love that movie.
Hey, my grandmother used to say, "You're out of your cotton picking mind." And I used to say it too, before people informed me that apparently I was wrong for doing that.
That would just make me do it more, right?
Yeah, but at the time I was in the army and didn't want to get an EO complaint. No, it just made me think of something. You know who we haven't checked in on a while?
Who's that?
It's okay to be gay.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Doesn't matter if you're a boy, girl, or something in between.
It's okay to be gay.
Queer kid stuff. Gay means faggot. Okay, so we got, oh my god, is she actually selling teddies now?
Oh God. Oh, the mental image there for a second when I thought she meant lingerie. Oh. I threw up a little in my mouth.
Teddy the Toy Bear has a Queer Kid Stuff sing-along. Oh, they rewrote a classic song just for Queer Kid Stuff holidays. What else have we got? Gay Means Happy for New Year. Apparently she did the sing-along for the Gay Means Happy song. How to Be More Kind in 2017. Reflections and Resolutions a week ago. And then The Gender Revolution. National Geographic Queer Kid Stuff for Grown-Ups.
Sad and bored. If you get a sandwich, you have to bring Mo one too.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he'll whine and bitch.
I got a thing about sandwiches. I want a fucking sandwich. How liberal am I?
He's as liberal as you want if you give him a fucking sandwich.
Yeah, get me a sandwich. I will endorse any position you want me to for a good enough sandwich.
Like, Mo can be bought, and the price is a sandwich.
That is one of the things I love about having no scruples whatsoever, which that somehow makes me the most honest news reporter on the internet because I don't pretend to have any. Like, no, I'm full of shit. I'm just a specific brand of full of shit that's sick of your shit and is willing to point it out to you as many times as it fucking takes. I have to stop gesturing with the microphone. I'm just waving this thing around like it's a dick.
Yeah, when you drop it and break it, I'm going to laugh.
Oh god, it's all over my face and chest. How liberal am I? Let's see. Like, what do you mean? Like, fiscally, socially, politically? Come on, man. Get into definitions. I want to talk to you. Let's rap.
You can't hear it, but he just turned his chair around backwards.
Yeah, got the whole Coolio thing. This stream just took an interesting turn. Was it the all over my face, neck, and chest comment?
Dude, if your microphone just ejaculated on you, I could live without knowing that.
Okay, sad and bored. We started this podcast because we were your name right there.
Pretty much.
Let's interact. Let's talk. I am here to answer your questions to somehow validate my pathetic sense of ego that somebody out there wants to talk to me.
I honestly think that the whole reason Mo wanted to start doing a podcast was he wanted an excuse to talk to me once a week to make sure I didn't kill myself.
I flat out told you that was one of the reasons I wanted to start the podcast.
Just saying.
House was in a dark way when we were starting the podcast. And it just so happened that another friend of ours, Douchecanoe Zero, who you can hear about on the first 2 or 3 episodes of the podcast.
The first 2.
The first 2 episodes of the podcast are dedicated to Douchecanoe Zero, who was being such a big piece of shit around that time that was the impetus that motivated us to get off of our asses and actually do a podcast.
You should hear the ones that we didn't publish. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Those will never be heard.
We got a little mean and a little personal. But yeah, we interviewed Douchecanoe Zero's evil ex and got her side of the story, and then we relayed our personal experience with Douchecanoe Zero that we had accumulated over many years.
Although the interview with his evil ex was during the holiday special.
She was adorable. What? She wasn't on the first episode? I thought she was on the first episode.
No.
Oh. Oh, yeah, and world famous YouTuber Mr. Medicare was on our podcast. You can find that episode of the podcast actually on the YouTube channel. It's our most viewed video.
By a lot. It's also our most listened to episode on the SoundCloud page by a lot.
It's probably the most listened to episode on everything else either, but we don't really get stats on the rest of it.
It's good to know where people's loyalties lie. We're not here for you guys. We're not here for you fuckers. Just let us listen to Jim.
But if you guys wanted to give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, I certainly wouldn't say no to that. I mean, I don't have iTunes, but if I did, I'd give us a 5-star rating. But yeah, House, do you want to watch any of the Queer Kid Stuff videos?
Yeah, we can watch one or two.
Let me see if I can get the sound going for you, too.
The Medicare vid was the one that brought me here. I stayed for the sex appeal. Thanks, Zach Turner.
Oh yeah, and Sad and Bored, sometimes we occasionally get off our asses and bring in our fans to the chat. Or bring in our people in the chat to talk.
Well, hello, Emily. Nice.
Oh, Emily's been listening for that long? How did we not know of you until recently? You're my favorite fan, Emily.
Dude, man.
She's gonna call the cops on me.
Dude, that heavy breathing made my ears feel wet.
Moist. Mike is cutting out too high noise gate? Probably. I'm not really good at handling microphones, and I keep just putting it right up to my mouth.
My screen's all foggy now. Oh.
I love you guys, really I do. This live chat is the reason I can keep talking House into doing these live streams. Because you guys are just so much fun, and it's great talking to you. And if you could get more people on, we could have more conversations, we could present polls and ask all kinds of questions. And I mean present polls in a have people vote on things way, not in a let's all get our dicks out for Emily kind of way. I'm not saying let's all get our dicks out for Emily, but we should totally do that.
I ain't doing that. Like I said, I'm already on enough lists. I ain't doing that.
I'm kidding, Emily. I'm not kidding. Call me.
It goes down in the DMs. Go down.
But yeah,
it goes down in the DMs. Go down.
We're not teenagers. We're not kids. We're not really young, so we're not really technically savvy. It's taken us about 1.5 years to get to this point in our podcast where the audio quality is this good, and trust me, it used to be so much worse.
Yeah, I used to record the podcast with the shotgun mic on my webcam after letting Mo come through my speakers. So
it led to some questionable sound quality. Let me just put it like that. Wait, Sad and Bored, were you here the whole time? Did you miss the, We're Lonely, Lonely Adults. Did you miss me singing a country version of Creep by Radiohead? So what, because we're all lonely, lonely adults, we should just, I don't know, make this the Douchecanoe dating service? Meet the man, woman, or inanimate object of your dreams with Douchecanoe Studios dating service. Fondle the aura next to you today.
I don't know.
Okay, I can make it to where you can hear it too, but I would have to fuck with my audio channels, which would mean ceasing to broadcast and restarting. And since we've already been streaming for an hour, I'm just too fucking lazy to do that right now.
Yeah, let's not worry about it. We can do it some other time.
Alright, but I kind of think we're coming to the end of this. It's winding down. It's nearing a good climax. Does anything have anybody else they want to say before we're done? House, anything you want to add?
We'll be doing another one next week.
Douchecanoe dating service. Sorry about this, Emily. That is amazing. You are amazing, Zach. We should get Zach on the next live stream. Hey, Zach, you want to be on the next live stream?
We haven't decided if we're going to do a live reaction to the Royal Rumble or just going to talk about it afterwards, but there's going to be some wrestling talk on the next one.
Yeah, since we both enjoy professional wrestling on an unironic level. Is it the hot pants? Hi, the hot pants. Who wears short shorts? Obligatory Simpsons reference. Emily, one day you will be mine. It's like The Bachelor. You all get a rose tonight. Seriously, though, you guys are the reason I keep coming back and doing this. And doing the podcast. Yeah. There's a link to the SoundCloud in the description. And just go to Google and search Douchecanoe Studio, and you'll find basically everything we do, including our wildly unsuccessful Kickstarter. Though I know nothing of wrestling, lol. Well, we could, I guess, get you on after we're done talking about the Royal Rumble. Staticky for Mo. Okay, let me move back a bit. How do I sound now? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. People, thanks for coming out. Check us out on YouTube. We're on like, share, comment, subscribe on this video. Set fire to your children. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter under Douchecanoe Studio. We are on... What the fuck else are we on? We're on SoundCloud, we're on Stitcher, we're on iTunes, we're on Google Play Music, we're on the podcast app. There's a whole bunch of websites that mirror the podcast that we're on too. Including this one, Arabic website where we have a 5-star rating. Thanks for making my Sunday nights less depressing. I will make any night less depressing that you want.
I still find it ironic that one of our few 5-star ratings on iTunes seems to be from a hooker.
What was it? The name Blonde Bombshell?
Yeah.
You never know. It could be Emily. Hung on. Point made. Hey, sad and bored. I'm glad you came out. I hope you enjoy it. Come out in the future. And on the Facebook and the Twitter, you can send us story recommendations. We take those from everybody. On this, we tend to cover more like SJW bullshit and politics. But on the actual podcast, we cover mainly stupid news. Like guys who get into arguments about pizza and one ends up shooting the other one and stupid shit like that. More liberal salt. The salt is in great quantity. Yeah, I was standing here the other day talking to House going, oh my god. For all the flavors in the air, they chose salty.
He's not kidding. I think Sargon said it the best when he's like the Trump salt mining company. I mean, Jesus.
We make the best salt. Take care, everyone. I love you guys.
Bye.
Peace out, fuckers.